Well, howdy, hey, welcome back to Pacific Northwest Gold Rushers. I'm Jeff, amateur prospector, and this is Gold Rush 23. I made a choice, I made a decision, and I started it today. Yesterday, I got a lot of comments and emails from people with their suggestions about this beach sand. I don't have the big money just to invest all at once. My goal is also to use some of my existing equipment and just modifying it. So here's what I decided, and not just the cost, because I could not get the price of the mother lode mat yet because they're out of stock and I couldn't see any prices. But I did go to Washington Beach Mining, which he was one of the first YouTube channels I actually began to watch. I loved him. That was before Washington State changed all the regs about beach mining. But he's a really great guy. I know his mats work. I've seen other people use them. So to start this process, what I am using is my Bigfoot sluice. And so it's 8-inch by, I think, 36-inch. So I ordered one. With tax and everything, it was only $80. And I say only in the sense of comparison to like the micro dream mats and stuff like that. We all know $80 is not, at least in my book, is not just, hey, here's some change kind of stuff. So everything's an investment, and for me, everything has to be well thought out. I really appreciate everybody's input. It gave me a lot to think about. I was sitting there doing my bills this morning, and I realized I got 3 paydays this month. So I'm still building my savings up from getting flooded out last year. So, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to bite the bullet, and I'm just going to do it. I want to support him because he is a fellow prospector, but he's also a local boy, and he knows what he's doing. I did have to rein myself in because he also sells a speed controller, and I've been really wanting one, and I've been, no, I don't want to say procrastinating. It's more, I had other things that took a priority. So I bit the bullet. I'm going Sawtooth in the Bigfoot. Phase 2 of this change is I'm still going to use my Keen because it already has this pump diffuser. I have that Mini Max Keen that's 14 inches wide by 35 inches, or 36, can't remember that. And they do, I admit, sell a micro dream mat conversion kit for that specific sluice. So I know it's going to be precise, it's going to fit, and everything's going to be great. But it's a good chunk of change. Doesn't mean I won't invest in something like that, but that's a big chunk of change for something I don't even know is going to be worthwhile in the sense of the sands here. It was, you remember, just 2 weeks ago is when I found out there was gold. So it's exciting for me. Everything's a new I love new things. I love improvising. So I'm still going to use my Keen. I have to implement, well, fabricate or improvise some kind of funnel, I guess you could say, to get 14 inches down to 8 inches. But I know all you fellow prospectors, we can put a square peg in a round hole. You bet it. So phase 2 is going to be, Washington Beach Mining on his website does say he can custom make mats. So I don't know what those cost, of course, but if this looks like a viable rainy day prospecting kind of have fun thing and still get some nugs, beach nugs, I'll see what those cost, and then all I have to do is swap everything out. I got a double sluice of Sawtooth, and or if I decide to bite the bullet and get the micro dream mat conversion kit, I sure would like that. But that's a lot of money, and again, this is just a hobby for me. So I bit the bullet. I'm going Sawtooth. And I just want to thank everybody for all your emails, your comments. Gave me a lot to think about. Yeah, I think this is going to work. It's going to be a fun project. So now every time I go to that spot or maybe somewhere else, I'm always going to be bringing back buckets of black sand, even if I can only get a half a bucket, whatever. I got bins that I could put it in until that rainy day comes. So, and I did want to touch on another note. I was watching my prospector porn this morning, and I ran into a couple new channels, and I happened to come across a guy. I don't remember the channel right now, but he was using a gold wheel, not my specific gold wheel, but a gold wheel. Now, to me, it looked like it was a lot faster and bigger than mine, but I mean, and he was running some crushed up rock, you know, that they crush up, and I'm totally unfamiliar with that other than the videos. And somebody made a comment on this thing, is like, ditch the gold wheel. And I want to tell you guys that I love my gold wheel, and it does take practice. You're not going to get it on the first try. It's like panning. You have to learn a technique. You got to learn what does what. And I proved last week that my gold wheel, even with these tiny, tiny, tiny microdot beach gold, it does catch it. You're going to get a lot of black sands with it, but it does catch it. I proved on Sunday when AU Metal Mental gave me the challenge to see how much I lost off of that, and what I came up with, especially looking at the pictures afterwards, was I probably would have to guess, and comparing the two pictures for the same amount of stuff, I would have to say I probably lost in that gold wheel. No big beach nugs. Well, there was one, I remember that. But I probably lost, I would have to say, around 20%. By looking at the pictures and how dense the gold, I'm guessing 20%. So it still catches gold. I have complete faith in it. And I've always kept my cons anyway to play with a blue bowl on a rainy day. So don't give up on the gold wheel, you guys that have it. It just takes some practice. I love it. It's fast, easy, and it looks cool. So thanks everybody for your inputs. I'm excited, and when everything comes and gets ready, I'm going to show you them beach nugs. They're tiny. Hey, my eyes are up here. Cold Rush 23. Have a great week.